Child, let me tell you, nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this storm coming. Not Beyonce, not Jay-Z, not even Rymir, the man who fought for years to be recognized. Yet here we are, and the unthinkable just happened. A courtroom, yes, a real judge in a real court just ripped open the Carter's golden empire and split it down the middle. Half. That's how much of Jay-Z's fortune was handed over to Rymir, the man claiming to be his son. And listen, this isn't some tabloid rumor. This isn't a messy diss track. This is legal, official, stamped and signed on paper. A judge didn't blink twice, looked at the facts and said Jay-Z owes him a chunk of that empire. Not hush money, not a quiet settlement behind closed doors. No, baby, half. And you better believe that slice of pie touches Beyonce's world too. Now imagine being Beyonce. Behind closed doors, sources say she's not the calm, unshakable queen we see on stage. No glitter, no red carpet smiles. Insiders are whispering she's crying, real tears, broken down, shattered. Because what's slipping through her fingers isn't just money, it's her entire legacy. This isn't just Jay-Z's mess. Oh no, this is the Carter's empire, the brand, the dynasty. We're talking music, fashion, real estate, billion-dollar deals, all stitched together so tightly that even Beyoncé can't just walk away without her own finances being dragged into the mud. And trust me, untangling that mess would be chaos of the highest order. And here's where it cuts deep. This isn't about cheating scandals or flirty DMs or some fling he had years ago. This is someone else's child, a man with legal rights now tied to the Carter fortune. Beyoncé didn't sign up for this battlefield, and sources say she feels trapped. And you know what? Divorce isn't just gossip fodder anymore. It's a real conversation happening in legal teams and boardrooms. Whispers say Beyoncé's already drawing lines around her empire. Parkwood Entertainment, protected. Ivy Park, shielded. Everything she built with her own hands, guarded like the crown jewels. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about being petty. This is survival. Beyoncé may have forgiven Jay-Z before. Remember Lemonade? She turned her pain into art. But love doesn't cover legal fees. Love doesn't stop the government from slicing up your empire like cake at a birthday party. And for someone like Beyoncé, who built her entire image on perfection and control, this is no longer just a marriage problem. It's a brand crisis. And baby, this court ruling, it opened Pandora's box. Because Rymir may not be the only one. Industry whispers say there are more. Other names. Old claims people once laughed off are suddenly looking a little too believable. Some even say Jay-Z's been paying off others for years, keeping secrets buried under money. And if even one more person steps forward, this isn't just scandal. It's the total collapse of the Carter dynasty. And poor Beyoncé, she's standing in the middle of it. She didn't ask for this war, but here she is, watching everything she helped build teeter on the edge of destruction. Jay-Z, let's be real, has always carried himself like the untouchable king. The hustler turned mogul. The man who climbed out of Brooklyn's streets and turned himself into a billionaire with music, business, and power moves. Every deal, every lyric, every handshake screamed one thing: control. But now, that control is gone, fragile, shattered, and all because of silence. Let me spill this. Jay-Z didn't even respond properly to Rymir's claims, didn't take them seriously. That arrogance, that dismissal, it cost him everything. A judge doesn't care about your Grammys, your stadium tours, your business empire. A judge cares about facts, and Jay-Z's silence was the nail in his coffin, and now the empire's wobbling. This isn't just about money, it's about image, reputation. The brand that took decades to build is unraveling in weeks. Because in business, scandal is poison. Partners are nervous, investors are asking questions, and some of Jay-Z's longtime collaborators are backing away. Nobody wants to be attached to lawsuits about secret children, hidden affairs, or shady payoffs. And to make it worse, oh honey, it does get worse. Another storm is brewing. A lawsuit. Not about Rymir. No, this is something darker. A civil assault case tied to another figure in the industry. And Jay-Z's name is floating around in the paperwork. Whether it's true or not doesn't even matter. Just the association is enough to make boardrooms tense. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire that was already raging. And while Jay-Z's brand is burning, guess who's quietly putting out her own fires? Beyoncé. Oh, she's no fool. Behind the scenes, insiders say she's already moved into full-on strategy mode. Meetings with lawyers, financial planners, asset protectors. She's carving out her empire with precision. Parkwood, locked down. Ivy Park, untouchable. Her music rights, guarded like diamonds. Beyoncé is not waiting for the courts to drag her name down with Jay-Z's. She's building her escape hatch brick by brick. And that leaves us asking, is the split already happening? Because let's be clear, when you start separating money like this, it's not just about survival, it's about freedom, it's about independence, and it's about making sure when the castle collapses, you're not buried in the rubble. And here's the kicker. Almost nobody thought this day would come. Jay-Z for years dodged accusations, laughed at rumors, and outran lawsuits. People thought he was untouchable, the mogul who could outsmart anyone anyone. But now, the courts have him pinned, the golden armor is dented. The empire isn't just shaking, it's cracking wide open. And the internet? Oh, the internet is on fire. Fans are split right down the middle. Some are defending Jay-Z, saying it's overreach, claiming he's the victim of a system looking to tear down black wealth. Others are calling it karma, the past catching up, the receipts finally delivered. And while the comment sections are throwing shade and picking sides, behind the curtain, accountants and lawyers are digging through every dollar, every contract, every deal the Carters ever made. What's left is a dynasty on the verge of collapse. And Beyoncé, she's staring at a battlefield she never signed up for, wondering if walking away is the only way to protect her name, her kids, and her legacy. Now let's not forget, this isn't just a money fight, this is about power, legacy, and control. Jay-Z always branded himself as the businessman. Remember that line? "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman." Well, guess what? Right now, he's not running the business. He is the business under investigation. His life, his finances, his reputation, all of it is being dissected in court documents for the world to see. And Beyoncé? Baby, she's in the crossfire whether she likes it or not. She didn't ask for this spotlight, but she's trapped in it. Her name is on joint accounts. Her signature is on business contracts. Her face is plastered across every piece of the empire that's now being dragged into court. She can't just disappear into silence this time. Fans are starting to ask the hard questions. Did she know? For how long? Was she blindsided? Or was she staying quiet for the sake of the brand? Some are whispering she's been planning her exit for years, slowly moving assets under her own corporate umbrella. Real estate titles shifted, catalogs reassessed, touring deals rewritten. It's like she's been wrapping her treasures in velvet and hiding them before the house burns down. Think about it. Beyoncé has spent her whole life building her own empire. Parkwood Entertainment? That's her baby. Ivy Park? Her blood, sweat, and vision. Her music rights? That's her legacy, her children's inheritance. She's not about to let anybody, husband or not, drag her crown jewels into the mud. And here's where it gets extra spicy. If Beyoncé walks, she doesn't just walk as a woman leaving her man. She walks as the queen of an empire, the woman who stood next to the biggest rapper in the world, built dynasties with him, and then said, "You know what? I can stand alone." That move would shake the industry to its core. Because make no mistake, if Beyoncé splits, brands will rally to her, not him. Fans will rally to her, not him. The industry will pivot to her, not him. Jay-Z has the money, but Beyoncé has the people, the heart, the image. And in today's world, image is everything. Now let's circle back to Jay-Z. For decades, he was untouchable. The hustler who beat the game, who went from Marcy projects to mansions and Maybachs. But this court ruling, it stripped away the myth. It showed the cracks. And those cracks are now widening into canyons. Even his business partners are shaking their heads. Some are already pulling back, pausing deals, pressing hold on contracts. Because in the boardroom, scandal equals instability, and instability equals lost money. Nobody wants to sit next to Jay-Z at the table if it means their stock takes a hit. And the allegations? Oh, they're stacking. The lawsuit tying his name to a civil assault case? That's already got investors sweating. Even if it turns out to be baseless, the stain is there. And now that Rymir's victory is public, every rumor, every whisper, every past claim suddenly feels heavier, more believable. And poor Beyoncé is stuck in the middle of it. Imagine being her, watching the empire you poured your life into wobble because of secrets you had nothing to do with. She didn't ask for this fight, but she's on the battlefield anyway. And unlike Jay-Z, she's not scrambling, she's strategizing, quietly, smartly. She's already drawn her lines in the sand. Fans are starting to notice it too. They're asking, why is she so silent? Is she protecting him or protecting herself? Is she riding it out for the brand or plotting her exit? And you know what? Beyoncé's silence says more than words ever could. Every time she doesn't comment, every time she stays quiet, it only fuels the fire. People are watching her every move, dissecting every appearance, every performance, every post. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Silence might not save her this time. The court ruling dragged her into the mess whether she wanted it or not. Her name is on those papers. Her face is tied to the brand being dissected. She's in it, and the world is watching to see if she sinks with Jay-Z or walks out wearing her crown untouched.